one of your favorite developers, Ubisoft, has been working on.
He said that
sarcastically. Yes. They've been working on an open world Star Wars game for a few years, specifically the Ubisoft Massive Studio, which is like most of their work has been done on The Division.
Yeah. Which was it didn't do. It isn't known for being a super great, technically good finished game.
It's an MMO, so it's constantly being patched and updated.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of negative shit about that game. Sure. Is what I'm saying. And like this is something we'll talk more about during the Battlefront stream, because I could rail on gaming studios forever.
Anyway, so their higher ups and investors are hoping that it'll finally be released sometime early next year. Although some people who are some sources at the studio have said that it seems unrealistic, and it could be either late next year or even the year after.
What I heard was, I take this with a grain of salt, but what I heard was that they're rushing it out so that they can kind of make the most money in the right time.
Ubisoft has, I think this article said they posted their biggest year-over-year loss ever in this past fiscal year. So
Star Wars being a huge IP could help them out.
Absolutely.
And look, we know that a gaming company wouldn't rush a product to release without it being fully tested and functional.
Once again, this is sarcasm.
They do that all the time. In fact, it's become an industry standard now. Yeah. Like that's just how it is. You get the game, it's 70% done.
Just get it out the door. We can fix it in the day one patch. It's not fixed in the day one patch. We'll fix it in a patch 5 months down the line when everyone's forgotten about it.
So and I know that like Jedi Survivor had kind of a bumpy, like there were some issues with the PC side. I think for the most part, the rollouts, at least from how I experienced it, which doesn't take away from the trouble that like PC players have had, but for me, it was a really fun experience. And when Jedi Fallen Order came out, it hit the ground running. Like it had a really good release. In fact, it's probably why it sold so well. So what Ubisoft doesn't need is another game that just the face plants.
Yes.
But what we don't need on top of that is a Star Wars game that face plants. So like we're okay waiting. Like I'll wait another year if it means I get an awesome fucking game, as opposed to having like the first release of
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, well, that's a different thing though. Issue, that's the thing, is that was another shitty thing just on a different front, right? I was thinking, what was the steampunk-ish
cyberpunk?
Yeah, like doing a cyberpunk, like nothing works and everyone's real pissed off about it,